Yeah, for sure.
All right. And when it comes to you said that, you got into music and everything like that, it kind of was inspired, it was a big part, what I mean, with the skateboarding and the tagging and whatnot. So, a lot of the four elements there, everybody, if you guys know what those are. But yeah, so when it came to making music, could you shed a little bit of light on like when you started to either rap or produce or what came first?
Yeah, so definitely started with the rapping. But as far as like the evolution, to get a little bit into that. So growing up, I always listened to whatever was on the radio. So in Southern California, I used to play a lot of like Zapp and Roger and Rodney O, Joe Cooley, like that kind of rap. And then as I got older and started skating, I started listening to like even like rock and roll and punk, a lot of punk rock music. And when I moved to San Jose, a lot of my friends were into hip hop, like De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest. And so at that time, I remember I would just be with my headphones. How I had a little Walkman, and I would just be riding around skateboarding from point A to point B with my headphones on. A lot of times bumping like Tribe Called Quest, Outkast, and I would just sing along with the raps. And at some point, started just kicking little freestyles, nothing serious, just like joking around with friends or just kicking it when we're skateboarding, just making up little
Gotcha.
raps, but not even being like look at me, I'm a rapper or anything like that. And at some point that kind of evolved into my friends started to listen to like Tupac and Biggie. And so started listening to that and like Master P. And so once we moved from San Jose, Prunedale, I was going to high school. And at that time, there was a couple of people that were doing music at the high school that I was going to at the time. So that's the first time that I ever really seen anybody that was actually doing their own music like that, because up until then everything that I listened to is like they used to have this catalog back in the days where you could order like 7 or 8 CDs for like a penny, something stupid like that, some subscription deal. And I ended up, that's how I would get my music
Was
back
that
in the
like a
days.
subscription deal or what?
Something like it. I always
Yeah,
thought
I
it was
got
like a
you.
little scam, but I
Got
actually
you.
ended up getting like 8 CDs from this thing and
That's
for
dope as
like
fuck.
pennies. Yeah, but besides that, you have people that have the CD, so you borrow a CD or trade CDs or even on a cassette tape, you'd record the CD or make a copy on a cassette. And and also we had the record stores back then, so occasionally you stop in the record store. But anyway, so at that time in high school, that was the first time that I was exposed to people that are actually making music. And during my, I think it was my sophomore year or junior year, there's this dude named Joe. He moved to the area from out of the area, and when he moved there, he was DJing, so he had a turntable, he had some tape decks, a microphone, and a mixer all set up. I'm not sure if he was really doing rap himself at that time, but what we would do is we would go over to his house, and then we would put on instrumentals of like E40, Doobie, whoever was popular at the time. I think Selly Cell too, like It's Going Down Tonight, like that beat. And so he would put on those beats, we would freestyle over it and record it on a cassette. And then from there, it kind of evolved to us getting a little keyboard and making beats, doing the same
Gotcha.
process, but not just doing one take, but doing it, doing doubles over it. And back then, the crazy thing is we didn't have that technology we do today. So the main difference is the sound quality wasn't as good. But the other thing is we would have to do one take all the way through. And so you actually had to know how to rap back then, I would say, like compared to nowadays, like how we've talked about how I'm able to just punch in a whole verse and not really have to worry about, if I mess up during a
Breath
verse
control
or
or
whatnot.
whatnot.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, well, that's pretty dope, man.